Well, the Prince and Princess of Wales have spent the morning here at the Natural History Museum. They are back from holidays, the children are back at school and they are back to work. This is a very rare joint public engagement for Kate and Will, but these are causes very close to both of their hearts.
Something huge is stirring inside Kensington Palace, and people are already whispering about hidden plans and unexpected twists. After weeks of silence, the spotlight is blazing once again on the couple everyone's been waiting for, William and Catherine.
For Prince William, Princess Kate, and their children, a new home means a fresh start after a difficult year. The young family moving into Forest Lodge, an 8-bedroom mansion house in a royal park near Windsor Castle. A royal source calling the move a new chapter, and a chance to leave unhappy memories behind following Kate's treatment for cancer.
But why now? And what does their sudden return mean for the monarchy's future? Their next move isn't just another royal duty, it's a message to the world. Stay tuned, because the secrets behind this comeback might shock you. Balmoral calm before the storm. As the warm days of summer slip away and cooler winds signal the start of autumn, the royal family follows a familiar pattern. Their escape has always been Balmoral, a sprawling estate in the Scottish Highlands that serves as both a refuge and a reminder of long-standing traditions. Each year, the family disappears behind its gates, far from the constant glare of photographers and the noise of public life. This season was no different. King Charles spent time there, joined by Prince William and Princess Catherine. Yet their stay wasn't only about relaxing strolls or quiet evenings. Behind the scenes, there were serious discussions about what lies ahead for the monarchy. The calm surroundings masked deeper talks as the family quietly prepared for the challenges and headlines waiting for them back in London. Balmoral has always acted as the royal reset button, a place to gather strength, enjoy private meals, wander the countryside, and indulge in simple pleasures. Palace insiders even released cheerful glimpses of Charles and Camilla enjoying their break.
If you look at the coronation footage, as the King and Queen leave the thrones and head for the exit of Westminster Abbey on the coronation Saturday, you'll see that everyone bows and curtsies to the King, and no one moves a limb, a muscle, when Camilla passes.
Hoping to project an image of lightheartedness away from duty. For William and Catherine, however, the retreat was more than just a pause. Sources suggest the couple spent their time in Scotland reflecting on how to shape their public image in the months ahead. With the king's health drawing attention and the queen consort often criticized for failing to appeal to younger generations, the spotlight is slowly shifting toward the Prince and Princess of Wales as symbols of continuity and modernity. That moment of calm, however, has now passed. Kensington Palace has confirmed that William and Catherine are stepping back into the public eye. Their first official outing after weeks away isn't just another engagement, it carries weight and meaning, hinting at the bigger role they're set to play in the months ahead. Balmoral brought reflection, but London marks a shift. William and Catherine are moving from scattered causes to larger projects with real impact, working with schools and environmental groups to show their focus goes beyond photo ops. With King Charles stepping back at times and Camilla failing to connect with younger audiences, their actions are already seen as a glimpse of the monarchy's future and how its legacy will be shaped. A purposeful return to the spotlight. William and Catherine's return to public life is already drawing attention, and this time the spotlight is on an issue they have long supported: the environment and the future of young people. Their first stop will be London's Natural History Museum, where the gardens have been completely redesigned to highlight biodiversity and climate awareness. This visit is not about staged photos or polite handshakes. It's meant to carry a bigger message. The Prince and Princess of Wales want to be seen as modern royals who care deeply about the planet and the next generation. Instead of focusing on dignitaries or officials, the emphasis will be on children and teenagers, encouraging them to connect with nature at a time when city life often keeps them far away from it. Observers note that this isn't the first time William and Catherine have chosen to align themselves with major environmental themes. From William's launch of the Earthshot Prize to Catherine's early childhood initiatives that increasingly tie into well-being and outdoor learning, the couple has been gradually weaving environmental values into their long-term brand. What's new now is the scale of the focus, linking both their reputations to one united narrative of caring for the planet's future. The event is also being viewed as a chance for the couple to reshape their image. By linking their public return with children, education, and the natural world, the palace is setting a softer stage before tougher headlines inevitably arrive. Catherine, who is a patron of the museum, will join William in exploring the new gardens and meeting with young people involved in hands-on environmental activities. The idea is clear, showing the future queen planting seeds, both literally and symbolically, alongside the generation that will inherit these challenges. This isn't just another routine appearance. It's a carefully chosen step designed to blend royal duty with a cause that feels real, urgent, and relatable. Behind the choice of the museum lies a clever strategy. Unlike political arenas or controversial charities, the Natural History Museum is seen as a safe, universally admired space. By anchoring their comeback here, the couple positions themselves in a positive, family-friendly spotlight that avoids divisive issues, yet still communicates relevance. In other words, it's a controlled stage that looks spontaneous, a balance the monarchy has relied on for decades. This royal outing connects closely with the National Education Nature Park, a large project that aims to bring environmental learning directly into schools. The children William and Catherine will meet are not just there for photos, they are part of a wider effort to test how young people respond to lessons about nature and climate. For the royals, it's a chance to see how these ideas work in practice and whether they inspire real interest, not just staged smiles for the press. Catherine's long-standing role as patron of the Natural History Museum makes this visit more than symbolic.
Returning from summer holidays with a souvenir, the Princess of Wales sporting a regally blonde new look for her first engagement back at the Natural History Museum.
It highlights her growing identity as a royal voice on environmental issues, with the potential to influence change beyond palace walls. The event ties into a bigger movement that hopes to reconnect people, especially the younger generation, with green spaces, even in crowded cities. The redesigned gardens at the museum and the wider nature park are part of what's being called an urban nature push. The mission is ambitious. First, to show people they can take meaningful steps for the planet, even when the problems seem overwhelming. And second, to protect and expand pockets of nature in busy, built-up areas. It's a bold vision aimed at turning concern into action. Catherine's involvement gives the project weight. Her support has already brought attention and funding to the museum's work, and when she speaks about the environment, people listen. Alongside her, William brings his own global reputation as the driving force behind the Earthshot Prize, an award created to spotlight innovative solutions for the planet's biggest challenges. Together, their presence makes this effort stand out as one of the most important causes the royals have championed in recent years. William and Catherine are shaping themselves as the royals who care about the planet, mixing the sparkle of their position with a sense of responsibility. But the challenge is clear. People expect action, not just polished appearances. Promises without visible results no longer impress. So when the couple arrives at the Natural History Museum, this isn't being seen as a routine stop. It's being presented as a big statement. The visit highlights their shared interests. Catherine has supported conservation for years, while William has built a global reputation through his Earthshot Prize. Together, they want to be seen as a future king and queen who are willing to step into issues that matter to the world today, especially the environment. The timing of the announcement drew attention. News of their engagement came only hours after Buckingham Palace shared cheerful updates.
And then, in November 2010, William and Catherine announced their engagement.
About King Charles and Queen Camilla enjoying Balmoral. Some observers felt it looked like more than coincidence, an intentional shift from older royals showing personal moments to younger royals stepping forward with work-focused commitments. It appeared like a smooth passing of the torch, carefully packaged for the public. But beyond the planning, the message is hard to miss. By focusing on children, education, and green spaces in cities, William and Catherine are signaling where they believe the monarchy should place its voice. They want to be seen as modern royals who are connected to current issues, not just tradition and ceremony. Still, reactions have been divided. Supporters praised Catherine for putting attention on learning and conservation, calling her a genuine role model. Critics, however, saw the announcement as another publicity exercise, questioning whether events like garden tours truly make a difference. Some noted the timing so soon after Balmoral updates as a way to draw headlines back to the younger royals. Others wondered aloud if smiling photos and handshakes can really push change, or if they simply add another polished layer to the royal image. What makes this moment stand out is that the focus isn't only on the environment, it's also on Catherine herself. After months of questions about her health and long absence earlier in the year, there's growing pressure for her to step back into the spotlight. Linking her return to a cause that feels positive and widely supported allows the palace to present her as the steady and reliable future Queen people expect. At the same time, William's Earthshot Prize is just around the corner, which has sparked talk about whether Catherine's appearance at the museum will draw attention away from or add strength to his global project. Either way, the couple's joint appearance is being painted as a fresh start, a moment to reset the royal image. The coverage didn't just focus on the museum visit itself, it quickly turned into a round of comparisons. Some reports framed William and Catherine's eco-themed outing as a sharp contrast to King Charles and Queen Camilla's relaxed time at Balmoral, suggesting the younger royals are showing how they can balance duty with personal life in a way that feels more modern. Social media added another layer, bringing Meghan and Harry into the mix. The Sussexes have promoted environmental causes from California, but critics often accuse them of turning those efforts into personal branding. Against that backdrop, many commentators see William and Catherine's event as the royal family's way of pulling the environmental spotlight back to London, ensuring the focus stays on the heirs instead of Montecito. Catherine's quiet power move. For some, the biggest takeaway was that this looked like Catherine's quiet power move. Observers noticed how much of the attention was placed on her role as patron of the museum, rather than on William's Earthshot reputation. In their view, this outing wasn't just about gardens or green projects, it was also about re-establishing Catherine's influence at the center of the royal stage. Many believe Catherine's latest step back into the public eye isn't just a routine duty, it's a carefully chosen moment to show she's still front and center in royal life. After months of whispers about her health and role, her appearance alongside William feels like a strong statement. She's back, confident, and ready to be seen again. The setting itself couldn't be more fitting. The Natural History Museum is one of her long-standing passions, a place tied to her charitable work and free from political tension or royal drama. Surrounded by children, teachers, and an uplifting project, Catherine comes across exactly as many imagine her future role to be: warm, approachable, and focused on purpose. Some analysts suggest this return could also be a way to ease Catherine back into heavier royal responsibilities.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you personally for all the wonderful messages of support and for your understanding whilst I've been recovering from surgery.
Her health has been the subject of intense speculation, and by linking her reappearance to a positive, uplifting cause, the palace ensures that attention is steered away from personal concerns and toward her professional strengths. It's a subtle way of reminding the public that she is not just recovering, she is stepping back into leadership. Still, not everyone sees it the same way. Supporters celebrate her return, but some critics argue the timing looks too perfect, more like an effort to control the narrative than a genuine re-emergence. They point out that her earlier absence left space for endless speculation. And now the palace seems determined to reset the story with a polished moment of unity. Regardless of the debate, her presence commands attention. Every smile, every step instantly dominates headlines, reminding the world of her influence. Some even suggest this appearance could mark the start of a more active role for Catherine, not just as William's partner, but as a key figure shaping how the monarchy is seen in the years ahead. Her increasing prominence has also sparked comparisons with Princess Diana. While William often leads on policy-driven initiatives, Catherine's strength lies in her natural empathy and ability to connect with the public. Much like Diana, she embodies the human touch that makes royal causes feel more relatable. This parallel, though unspoken, adds an emotional layer to her public appearances, one that resonates deeply with royal watchers. At the same time, William is making sure his own vision doesn't fade into the background. His Earthshot Prize continues to be one of the most ambitious royal projects in decades, aimed at finding and funding bold ideas to tackle climate change. He sees it as part of his long-term legacy, something that will define him even before he takes the throne. That's why this museum appearance matters so much. It's not just a casual outing. It's a moment where both William and Catherine step forward, each carrying their own vision, but together presenting the image of a modern royal couple ready to lead. This moment isn't only about showing a united front, it's also about keeping balance. William can't risk looking overshadowed by Catherine's growing popularity. Yet he also understands that her charm is one of the royal family's biggest strengths. That's why the palace carefully outlined their roles. Catherine appeared as the museum's patron, while William highlighted his global Earthshot project. Two different focuses, but together sending the same message. The royals want to be seen as champions for the planet. Still, hints of competition are hard to ignore. Some insiders believe William's team worries that Catherine's appeal with the public might outshine his own work, especially since she is often portrayed as warm and approachable, while he's sometimes seen as formal and reserved. Others suggest the opposite, that their differences actually make them stronger. Catherine wins hearts with her natural connection to people, while William builds credibility through policies and big projects. The timing of this return adds even more weight. With the king's health often watched closely and Camilla struggling to capture younger support, William knows every step he takes matters. His push for environmental leadership is not just about tackling climate issues. It's also about proving he can take the throne one day with vision, authority, and the same global impact that Catherine's presence already creates. But not everyone is convinced. Criticism began almost as soon as the palace announced their appearance. Many pointed out the contradiction of promoting biodiversity and climate action while still relying on helicopters and private flights. Others dismissed their projects as polished but safe, accusing the couple of focusing on positive causes to avoid facing tougher issues like royal scandals, family tensions, or whether the monarchy itself still has a place in modern society. Online, the reactions split sharply between admiration and doubt. Supporters applauded their leadership, while critics dismissed the outing as little more than a publicity stunt. The international press quickly jumped in. In the US, commentators drew comparisons between Catherine and William's eco-themed appearance and Meghan and Harry's headline-making speeches in New York, presenting it as a quiet rivalry over who leads the global conversation on sustainability. Across Europe, newspapers questioned whether the British royals truly had the authority to position themselves as climate champions. Yet through all the debate, one fact remains clear. Every time William and Catherine step out, they dominate the headlines, whether people admire them or roll their eyes. The palace is well aware of this, which is why the choice of the Natural History Museum was no accident. Their first public engagement after the Balmoral break was staged in a setting filled with meaning. By returning in connection with the museum's new gardens, they link themselves directly to environmental protection and the education of children. The message was straightforward. The future king and queen want to be recognized not only as heirs to the crown, but also as advocates for a greener, more sustainable future. Their focus on urban biodiversity and youth education shows where they believe the monarchy can still matter in today's world. What makes this even more striking is how much the couple's work now doubles as a survival strategy for the monarchy itself. With questions about the crown's relevance louder than ever, William and Catherine are placing their bets on causes that connect with people's daily concerns: children, education, and the planet's future. It's not just about image building anymore. It's about proving that the monarchy can adapt to modern times and still have something meaningful to offer. The bigger question: progress or performance? So here's where it all lands. Are William and Catherine shaping a future that truly connects with today's world, or is it just another royal show polished for the cameras? Whatever the case, this moment feels like the opening move in a season that could reveal just how much weight their influence really carries. What's certain is that every appearance now doubles as a test, not only of their popularity, but of the monarchy's ability to remain relevant. By choosing causes like climate action and youth education, William and Catherine are stepping into areas that matter to people's daily lives, far beyond ceremonial duties. Whether this shift translates into long-lasting influence or fades as another media cycle will depend on how consistent and visible their efforts remain. Now it's over to you. Do you think putting the spotlight on kids, nature, and the planet is the right path for the royals? Or does it feel like another carefully planned performance? Share your take in the comments, because your voice is what keeps this conversation alive.